Hi and welcome to Operation No More Games. And no, I am not quitting gaming. Of course not. I am a gamer and a game collector. That's how I see myself. However, there are some gamers who also collect games who will say, no, I am more of a collector. I love collecting games and I don't really have time to play video games because I have a family or do other stuff. I once in a while play a game here and there, but I just love to collect video games and I love the look of a packed game room, and I totally agree. However, for me personally, I am a gamer first and then I'm a collector. I only collect the games that I am interested in playing. I don't have any sport game whatsoever. However, I do have SSX, even though I do consider that more like an arcade type game and not really FIFA or Madden. I just don't care about these games at all. And there are even more high profile games that I'm like, yeah, I don't really have any interest in this. But if I have a slight interest in that particular game, and that could potentially be, for example, a James Bond game, or even like Mission Impossible, I will collect that game because I say to myself, one day I will play it. Now, as a collector, we all know 90% of the time that never happens. You don't have the time. Even I, that has a lot of time on my hand, don't have all the time to play all the games. And there are definitely gamers out there who can beat an entire RPG in like 1 week. I, however, am always very slow. It takes me about 2 to 3 to even a month to play an RPG. I take it slowly. And a lot of times I play different games. You know, I have my main game and I have a couple of other games I play here and there. I think a lot of gamers have the same sort of system. But there are games out there who are like, no, I'm focusing on the one game and there's an RPG and I can beat that RPG. I think there's a YouTube channel called The Completionist. And if I remember correctly, he beats a game every week. I mean, props for him. That's really awesome. I wish I could do that. I just cannot do that. In contrast of what many people think about me, I cannot sit 9 hours or 10 hours in front of a television playing a game. That's just not the truth. But I do, of course, play a lot of games. Of course. So I am a gamer first and I'm a collector second. And a couple of years ago, I started Operation Zero Launch Games because I felt personally that I spent 700-800 euros a month to buy all the games that were coming out, and I tried to rush through every game to try to beat the next one. But then, a couple of weeks later, there are even more games coming out that I will buy. And a lot of games gets pushed to the back and get pushed to the back and more and more and more. That is how game collecting is. Everybody has the same, everybody says that, and it doesn't matter that much. However, I think about a month ago, something like that, when I thought about Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and especially a month ago when I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and really enjoying this game. I was really surprised, like, damn, this game is so good. And also knowing the fact, and you can check out my videos, that those deals were amazing. I got a huge number of pretty big quality games for PS2 this year in some massive packages. Because of that, my PS2 collection is now the biggest collection again, beating the PS4 that last year beat the PlayStation 2 and was on its way to, let the PlayStation 2 be in dust so far away. Now all of a sudden, I really don't play PS4 that much and really focus myself on older games. And as I've done that more, and especially when I played Kingdom Hearts 2, I really asked the question, as a gamer, to myself, to the collector in me, do I really need more games? Do I really, we have 6 more months, do I really want to spend more money to buy more games, even though I have huge stack of RPGs, of notable quality games that I always tell myself, I really want to play those. One day I will play it. Why keep buying more stuff and more stuff? So I figured to myself, with the beginning of Operation Zero Launch Games up until now, I'm going to challenge myself, see if I've grown enough as a person, as a gamer, and as a game collector to see if I can withstand buying a single game from now up until the end of this year. However, there are 2 games that are going to slip through the net. And that is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Remake on PS4, because I love Final Fantasy VII, I love Crisis Core, and I know I want to play it. And also Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And I really thought about this game. Do I want to buy it? Yes or no? Should I buy it? Yes or no? Can I wait? Yes or no? But the thing is, when the game got announced, I was like, wow, this is literally, the game is going to come out on the Friday. That is my last work day before my vacation, my 3 weeks vacation in August. So I was super pumped, super excited. I'm like, even if the weather is bad and I can't really go outside, this vacation is gonna be awesome because I love Xenoblade Chronicles and I can finally play part 3 in my vacation. So I decided, okay, I'll let that one slip too. So 2 games in 6 months, it's not that bad. Of course, we have to remind that also I got still a bunch of packages from Limited Run that hasn't shipped yet. I'm still waiting on those. Those are all orders from last year. And I did pre-order 2 games in the beginning of the year. That is the new Turtle games that I already played. You can see it in my other video, my impression on the game. Go buy it. That's basically my advice. The game is awesome. And Death Smiles 1 and 2 on PS4 is getting a physical release here in Europe. And it only cost me $30, so I pre-ordered that game also a couple of months ago. However, with that being said, I am really challenging myself to not buy a single game. Not on PlayStation Network deal, not on the online marketplace and seeing great deals, just nothing, completely nothing, and just go and play the games that I always tell myself, I will play this once. One time I will grab the game and I will play it. And I have a couple of examples of these games. And again, it's a small example, but if you can, you can probably understand if you beat a RPG in 3 weeks, a stack of RPGs is gonna take a shit ton of time. And I'm not someone who is forcing myself to complete games. If I play a certain game, I love it, but somehow I lost interest or I am stuck, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna play something else. I don't feel like, oh man, damn, I should have beat the game. It's not like that. If I really love the game, I will beat it, but I don't force myself to beat a game. Now, with that being said, games like La Puke Tactics, and you could also refer to Phantom Brave, Suikoden 5, Suikoden 4, I loved Suikoden 2, and you can also say Suikoden 1 is also still on my list, but I really want to show you guys sort of the PlayStation 2 games. Blood Will Tell, Maken Shao, the Demon Sword, but also games that, yes, they are available on current gen systems or more modern systems. You can play them in better quality, and I will probably wait on these 3 games for next year. I can buy them on the PlayStation Network digital and play the better versions, but I just, again, as an example, Metal Gear Solid 3. Yes, I've never played Metal Gear Solid 3. Don't judge. I know it's good, but I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Okami, I've heard so many good things about the game, and yes, I know there is a PS4 version that runs at 60 frames, etc. Just an example. And Star Ocean Till the End of Time. I love Star Ocean. I'm really curious about the new Star Ocean. It looks really good. So these are just a couple of examples only on PlayStation 2. We have PlayStation 1, Xbox 360 games, Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, Infinite Undiscovery. On the original Xbox, games like Fable and Sudeki that I would love to play. There is a massive amount of games, high quality games, that I consider I really have to play it. And that's why I'm starting Operation No More Games from now on up until the end of this year. Besides the 2 games that will slip the net, I will try and not buy a single game, and I will just try to play and beat as many games I can possibly beat. And who knows, maybe it's gonna be such a success that in the beginning of next year I will be like, yeah, I still don't need more games. And I will try to sort of update you guys with videos to see, oh, I played this game and I beat it, or I played this game but lost interest and I will play the next one. So leave it in the comments below. How do you play and collect your games? Do you have sort of a budget? And they were like, I don't mind spending this amount of money, that's what I have, on games. Do you ever consider that you have too much, that you want to slow down collecting, and that you want to game more? And I think also a really interesting question is, are you a gamer first, or are you a game collector first? Leave it in the comments below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And like always, you're gonna see me next time. Now my fat ass is gonna stand up.